a resting place on the left shoulder of Gray.
Yeah.
They can't quite get through.
So what happens you just keep kicking out that leg. There's the pin. And he did. He kicked out the leg, and Mox Grays gets another pin in 4 bouts. And finally makes it and wins the champion. Easton High School, home of Bobby Weaver, the gold medal winner. Easton brings home another PIAA champion. Jack Kubo was another Easton wrestler, 2-time national champion. He's really cranking on that leg. You see, there's the leg. He gets that right shoulder down. And that's the key. He had to kick out that left leg. Keep kicking it out.
He gave the breathing space there. He was able to shift his chest and shoulders to get a drop part.
That's really not easy to do, but you got to keep kicking that leg out, because as long as there's some leverage off that leg, it won't happen.
The awards are now going to be presented at 140. 6th place will go to Dave Persing of Shikellamy. 5th place to Chris Ream of Dallastown. 4th place to Damon Brown of Trinity. 3rd place to Mike Heavens of Liberty. 2nd place in this weight class will go to Barry Anderson of Meadville. And in a moment, you'll see the champion moving into that middle position, and that'll be Steve Cassidy of Plum High School. Chad Pines, 30-0, is a record of 126-6 from Cedar Cliff. Mike Miller of Nazareth is 38-0, 129-11.
For the District 11 fans, the win by Moss Grays keeps alive a streak for that district, because they've never failed to win at least one AAA gold medal. The last time District 11 was shut out was in 1966, and that was before the 1974 split to 2 classes. So District 11 does it again.
This is going to be a real battle. These are probably the 2 most credentialed wrestlers matching up in the AAA title. As far as the total number of wins, they are way out ahead. They've won 255 times between them.
Fix the headgear, and Nazareth wrestler.
Bob Craig, of course, is the tournament director, and he is the coach. There you see Ray Nunamaker, Nazareth. Wrestler with the white stripes is Mike Miller.
You know, you think of the human aspect of wrestling. There's a wrestler like Cipollone, and the drama of it all. Here's a guy who's had this remarkable, wonderful career, and he gets stuck. And to a pride wrestler, getting stuck in the state championship stings, and he walked off with his hands to his head. But what disgrace is there? He's the 2nd best guy, and another night he might be the 1st. Great wrestler.
Certainly got Moss Gray is a cradle man, and a takedown with 39 seconds remaining. Goes to Chad Pines of Cedar Cliff. And immediately maintains control.
Pines working that one-on-one, Larry, and then the 2-on-1. He keeps going from one prop to another. He's going to get...
Period ends. 2-0 lead as we see Bob Craig, the tournament advisor, head coach at Cedar Cliff, and we'll look at the takedown resulting in the only points here, Larry.
Just goes around the back, holds that chin, and then just bulldogs the Nazareth wrestler down. Miller trailing 2-0. I was thinking of the last great wrestler out of Steve Sefter, who I admired. He is brother John at Princeton, but John at that time was at State College. But then they moved, and Steve won it for Cedar Cliff twice.
What about Dave McCormick? Who's at Army now?
No takedown yet. No takedown yet. And they're off the mat. I don't know why the fans are booing. There was no takedown. Clear. Some people just get a little carried away, but according to the rules, it was not a takedown.
You're center of the state, and you got a Cedar Cliff wrestler, and you've got a lot of people here, and they want their man to win, so they give it a little encouragement.
Even John Schefter would have said that's no takedown, or Bob Craig.
Schefter's are cousins of Tommy Bold.
That's correct.
The assistant wrestling coach at Brown.
1:17 left, 3-zip lead. Mike Miller trailing Chad Pines. Both seniors, both undefeated, as Shell has told you. Miller trying to get in. Miller, defending champion at this weight class.
50 seconds to go.
Is it this weight class Marvy won last year?
Mike Miller won the 45-pound title last year.
Yeah, so he's moved up a weight.
Pines was 4th last year. They did not wrestle last year.
Miller in on a deep single with 39 seconds remaining. Countered so far, but he gains the deuce. Score 3-2. And the District 11 contingent, a lot of them here from the borough of Nazareth. Stalling. Fast call, Marv. I just felt he just put his arms around his waist and for about 5 seconds, and that was it. But nonetheless, it's a call with 16 seconds left.
"13 seconds to go. Tight match, 3-2. Chad Pines leading Mike Miller of Nazareth. And let's look at Miller's takedown, Larry, for the 2.
All right, he's in deep on the single. Now it's just a matter of converting it. See, the grabbing the wrist, trying to get some of the purchasing power.
Green has a warning stalling.
But he drives through, gets that hip bent the other way, and then gains the escape.
The
Gains
official,
takedown.
Bruce Hasselrig, says that Green has the stalling call at the moment. So
All
Miller
even.
gets the escape, and we're tied at 3-3. As Miller has come back from a 3-0 deficit to tie here in the 3rd and final period, but he's going to have to be aggressive. He has had a warning.
That's where I saw a lot of kids get shrugged today, Marv, right in that situation. They stay there on their knees, and they come up, and then they snap down or spin out the other side.
Interesting to me when you see wrestlers at this level how seldom their feet cross behind them. They don't get into that situation. Balance and poise.
I was at training. He showed me a wrestler who crossed his legs. You'd wait till you'd dive in and when he's crossing them, and he goes right on his can. So you move laterally side to side, but do not cross your legs.
Going down to the last minute, we're tied. Battling all the way.
Miller's head is down and under, and he can get shrugged off that situation.
He just has great athleticism, though, because he was able to keep spinning as Pines, who's very good, came around him.
There you have it, folks. Brand new word added to the English language by Marv Walenzik. Athleticism.
That's one of my
The
favorites.
ability to be a good athlete
The possession of athletic ability.
is athleticism.
That's correct, and it's a new buzzword going around. I've used it on several occasions.
It's probably, for the purest of usage, a non-existent word, and I would surrender that. But
Miller in deep on the single with 30 seconds left. Gains the takedown. And the Nazareth contingent erupts.
the District 11 contingent erupts.
He gives up the escape. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds.
I don't know why he gave that escape up, but
Well,
remain
he
to be
figured he
seen.
got called for stalling.
He's underhooking.
And he repeats as the
And
champion.
that
Nazareth. Wrestler Mike Miller, whose brother did some grappling up at Wilkes University, where we had the Easterns this past weekend.
is it. Here's the winning takedown.
Goes in again on that outside single, sweep, takes it, traps the ankle, puts the head into the hip, and says, "I've got two."
So Ray Nonamaker has his first champion.
Well, it's good to be named Coach of the Year and have somebody on the stands with the other 12. So Miller repeats.
Award's going to be presented at 145. In just a moment.
The 145-pound place winners in sixth place from Shikellamy, Dave Robiton.
Dave Robiton from Shikellamy is the sixth placer. Tony Domino from Methacton, fifth. Ryan Matusik from Canon McMillan is fourth. Brent Likens from Clearfield, third. Second place to Brian Cipollone of Plum. And the PIAA champion at 145 pounds in the AAA class from Easton Area High School, District 11, coached by Steve Powell, Moss Graves.